Hey, what's up guys? Matthew Costa here, back at it with another video for you. Today I'm going to be showing you how you can take your portraits and turn them into beautiful, stunning black and white images. So let's jump right into it. Okay guys, and welcome. Here we have the Photoshop window interface open. So as you can see, this sample image here, this is an example, and so by the end of this tutorial you are going to be able to take your images and make them look like this one. The image we're going to be doing this to today is this image, which you have seen on the thumbnail for today's video. So starting off, we're going to take our background layer, and I always, just for safe measure, in case I have to do anything, we'll hit Command J to duplicate our layer. So moving on, we want to make this really nice black and white. Now, there's a few ways to do it, but we're going to be showing you the Photoshop way today. So what we're going to do right down here, down in Photoshop, right beside what I like to call a little washing machine, we're going to hit this black and white circle. And we're going to scroll until we find right here, black and white, and this is going to create an adjustment layer. Okay, so our properties window is going to pop up here, and we have our different color channels: red, yellow, green, cyan, blue, and magenta. The ones we want to focus on first are going to be our reds and our yellows, because that's what the skin tones are. So we want to brighten those up. We want to take the reds and drag them up a little bit. What this is going to do is even out the skin tone a little, as well as brightening up the image. We can take our yellows now, and we can see what happens if we brighten them and darken them. So again, in this case, we want to brighten it up, so we're going to bring our yellows up. In this case, the magenta, blue, cyan, and green really aren't present, so we can pretty much leave them alone. Say, for example, if I take the blue and play with it drastically, you can see nothing really changes on the image. Just going to undo that. Now that we have our black and white adjustment layer, we're done with that. We're going to simply increase the contrast, because as you can see, the exposure on our skin is still kind of a gray. So what we're going to do now is we are going to go back down here, and we're going to click on levels. We're going to create another adjustment layer. And you can see this is our histogram. Now for those of you who don't know what a histogram is, pretty much it's very simple. The higher the number, the more pixels of that value there are. Right here on the left we have black, and all the way here on the right we have our white. And we can change our levels, basically our input and our output. So right now you can see at 255 there's pretty much nothing. 255 being pure white. If we drag that all the way in, that's going to basically change our input to our output. So now we're going to turn 197 into 255. So if we zoom in here, we want to make sure we're not blowing out any highlights on the skin. So if we look at right there at that skin detail, we want to bring it in just enough to not be blowing out that detail. So about there is pretty good at 178 for this image. Now if your image isn't underexposed, then you may not have to pull it in as much as I did. So now you can see that's already made quite a difference in just the levels adjustment. Now we want to increase the blacks just a little bit. In this image it's not really necessary, because we'll lose detail in a lot of the fabric patterns here. But if we take this and we drag it up to, say, about 7's too much even. If we take it to like 5, you can see it adds a nice crunch or contrast to that image. Okay guys, so those have been my 2 super simple steps to creating beautiful, stunning black and white images in Photoshop. It's really quick, it's really simple, and it's really going to take your images from here to here. If you guys liked that video, please be sure to leave a like down below. If you have any thoughts or opinions, leave them in the comments. I'd love to read what you guys have to say. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button. I release new videos every single week about photography and filmmaking. Thank you for watching, guys. Now get out there and create.